Insect pollinators provide invaluable ecosystem services to us humans. A study completed by John Losey and Mace Vaughn estimates the value of insect services to be $60 billion in the US alone. Yet we see a general apathy and lack of funding when it comes to protecting these vital insects. Let's talk about that. There are a few topics of importance in the discussion of insect value. Today we'll cover insect diversity, function, value, and the risks of species decline. First, what is insect biodiversity and why should we care? Biodiversity refers to the variety and variability of life on Earth. One paper published by the University of Beirut notes that among the generally detected loss of biodiversity, there is an increasingly strong evidence for a decline in pollinators. This decline constitutes a potential threat to vital ecosystem services and could lead to a lasting negative effect on things like wild plant diversity, crop production, and food security. Among the reasons for this significant decline, habitat loss and pesticides, both of which are a direct result of human action. Scientists point to things like environmental education as a tool to combat this. We need to foster awareness of just how necessary biodiversity is. But what sort of function do these insects have? What role do they play? The biggest role insects play in our lives is that of pollinators. A paper published by the Entomological Society of America reads that in Georgia alone, the economic value of biotic pollinators was determined to be at least $367 million, equivalent to 13% of the total production value of the crop studied and 3% of the total production value of Georgia's agricultural sector. This vital ecosystem service requires the culmination of many species working together in a biodiverse and insect-friendly space. I think we've made it clear just how valuable insects can be, but what about their risk of decline? What has caused that, and why don't we care? For one, there's a general fear and misunderstanding of insects. Many folks just say they're afraid of bugs and do everything in their power to get rid of them through things like pesticides and chemicals. However, it's urban spaces where people congregate where insect conservation is most important. As one study puts, creating an agenda to clarify the potential for ecosystem service flow to urban and para-urban agriculture can be an important key for local communities. Increasing food security through things like insect-driven urban agriculture can make a significant difference in a disadvantaged community that may be classified as a food desert. I hope I've made clear just how important conserving insects is. Hopefully, now you are prepared to become a steward of our insects and promote environmental education that supports and uplifts our friends the insects.